I'm Pamela.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong.
And today we are dishing with you from Art and Soul, located at 415 New Jersey Avenue in the Liaison and Affinia Hotel.
And our guest is Scout Day, who's an instructor as well as a top rig guy / rig manager of the Trapeze School in New York, of DC. Welcome, welcome.
Yes.
What's the origin of your name? First name is Scout. What's the origin of your name?
My name's Scout.
Yeah, it is Scout.
It is. It's actually not my given name. It was my clown name when I was a circus clown.
So did you officially change it?
No, not
oh, okay.
changed it legally.
Circus Clown Scout.
But I go by Scout all the time now. So, and yeah, it started off as my clown name when I was developing my clown character. When I was in clown school.
You went to school?
I did. Ringling Brothers Circus used to run a training program for clowns called Clown College.
That's fascinating.
Wow.
So while I was in the process of developing my character at Clown College, I've always been a big fan of Indiana Jones, and some of my character traits as a clown were kind of inspired by Indiana Jones.
Fedora
and
whip.
Well, it turned into a general idea of like an adventurer's kind of costume. So, but that actually went from like a vest with a lot of pockets into a clown costume with 32 pockets head to toe. And so everybody started saying, "Oh, Pocket's the clown." And I kind of felt if I was going to have a clown name, I kind of wanted it to be something a little cooler than Pockets. That's how I felt for myself personally.
Kind of like that.
So while I was at Clown College, the third indie movie came out, The Last Crusade. And at the end, you find out that Indiana is actually his dog's name.
Yeah.
So when I was 5, I had a dog named Scout. So I took my clown name from my dog, inspired by Indiana Jones.
It's kind of intricate.
Cool. Yeah, Pocket's a clown wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, how did you move from being a clown to being an instructor at a trapeze academy?
I started working at Club Med Circus. Some Club Med resorts have flying trapeze as an activity for the guests. So I learned trapeze on the job at Club Med. I got that job based on my clown experience. So after 2 years on the road with the circus, went to Club Med, and that's how I got into it.
Did you move to DC to open up the new trapeze school in New York, DC?
Yes, I did. I started working with this company 5 years ago, where we were based in Baltimore, and then we just moved a month ago. So we just made the move from Baltimore to DC.
So are you no longer in Baltimore?
Yes, no longer in Baltimore.
Just
all the cool people are in DC.
Right.
Hence the district there.
So these people want to be flying high.
Right, exactly. So who exactly decides that they want to come in and learn how to fly on the high trapeze or whatever it's called?
All kinds of people, really.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
All ages?
All ages, yeah. Kids and adults alike. All kinds of people for all different reasons. It's fun. It's exciting. It's a good workout. It's a little scary, which is not a bad thing either. So we get all kinds of people.
So is it just one lesson, or do you take a week's
It starts that way for sure, and a lot of people come and do it for that once-in-a-lifetime experience. I would say probably most people that come and do it think they're coming to do it for one lesson, and then a lot of them end up just really falling in love with it and come back and fly.
It reminds me of that Sex in the City when Carrie was
in love
doing
with
that.
it. What does happen whenever you fall?
Flying in love with it? I don't know.
Well, what happens when you fall? What catches you? Please tell me something catches you.
Well, you have a net.
Okay.
And then we also have safety lines.
And are you harnessed?
Yeah, you're in a belt with safety lines. So you not only have a net under you, but you have somebody controlling your descent into the net.
Okay, but you fall into the net. That doesn't hurt to fall into the net.
No.
You're pretty high up there.
Yeah, you're pretty high.
And they teach you how to fall because you don't want to hurt yourself.
It's part of the lesson is learning how to land in the net, but the safety lines are there because we don't expect everybody to land in the net perfectly every time, especially at the beginning level.
Right.
Yeah.
Do people come to learn how to do this so that they can get over their fear of heights?
Absolutely.
Some of them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a big part of what we do.
No, I made that up.
Yeah, it's a fear of heights, learning, letting go, trusting. It has all those elements. Fear management is definitely a big part of what we do, helping people work through. And everybody's at least a little nervous when they first come out.
I would say so.
So it's definitely a big part of what we do, helping people deal with that on whatever level. So
what have you found out about Washingtonians compared to people who you in Baltimore or in New York?
Or New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I'd say, for us compared to Baltimore, so far there's certainly a really big buzz about us here.
Good.
More so than I ever experienced before, in all kinds of real fun ways. I mean, we're right downtown at 9th and H, and we have a lot of people that work and live in the area that are stopping by and watching. and just hear about it from people when I'm wearing my trapeze school shirt on the street.
I almost
or
crashed. My car staring at you. Seriously, like about a couple weeks ago, I was like, "What is this? What is going on?" And so I was like, "That's so cool." And I heard more about it later. So why DC versus any other city, or why did you decide to come to DC versus staying in New York? Or?
Oh, well, we're still in New York and Boston and LA.
Oh, wow.
So we moved to one location from Baltimore to DC. Major piece of why is that we have a place where we're going to be able to set up a tent and go year round here. So we were seasonal in Baltimore for 5 seasons. And after the end of our outdoor season now at 9th and H, we'll be moving down to the Navy Yards, and we'll set up a tent there so we can go all winter long, heated inside a tent, and then next outdoor season we'll have an outdoor rig running outdoors with an indoor backup. So it'd be the best of both worlds. Because on a beautiful day, flying outside is the best thing in the world, but then you have to contend with the weather, so it's a trade-off. So
yeah, especially in DC.
starting next year, we'll have both bases covered.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
DC has a great tradition with circuses because Cirque du Soleil often comes here.
Yeah.
Do you see any kind of partnership you could help them train? They probably don't need to. You don't need to train them, but maybe do some kind of learn how to be Cirque du Soleil or something.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I mean, it's not why most people come out and take classes with us. We certainly could. We could teach somebody to fly at that level, and we do have some students who are approaching that professional level. Really, it's just recreational.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sure would be a great, fun way to be in shape.
Absolutely.
I bet.
Yeah. By all means.
Definitely.
Using muscles you never thought you had.
By all means, yeah.
And no one ever gets injured.
Never.
It's you can compare it to anything other, any physically active pursuit. Some bumps and bruises. There's certainly an element of risk, but again, you got to net. You're in safety lines literally from the time you leave the ground until you get back
I'm
down.
tempted. I'm really
well,
tempted.
when are you coming to fly? That's my next question for you.
I think soon.
Okay, good.
It's definitely something that I think we should try
We
out.
should do a district dish.
Come and do it.
Not only is it fascinating and a great workout, but anytime you can get a view of the city from that height, it's probably a great thing. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for being with
Oh,
us.
it's
Yeah,
my
thanks.
pleasure. Thank you for having
We
me.
really learned a lot.
I enjoyed it
and
very
we
much.
hope you have too. Check out Trapeze School New York right here in DC. And don't forget to check us out here next time on the District Dish.